Welcome back to Mr. Medlock's Garoffice. So this is day one of Virtual Interactive Notebook number one. So remember, these lessons are supposed to take about 30 minutes and no more. And I have given you the entire Virtual Interactive Notebook number one, but each section is a different day. You can do it all at once if you want. You're going to get really sick of me, like my wife has. It's true. Or you can space it out, your choice. But either way, the exam is on the 22nd. So this is due the 21st. Am I going to take notes off if it's late? I mean, I don't really know yet. But I will contact your parents through email and say your kid needs to do this. All right? So let's try to get this in on time. With that said, if you have things going on, I mean, we live in a very uncertain time where people are very worried about health. Things might happen. If you need some extra consideration, go ahead and tell me. We are here for you. You are not there for us, right? So whatever we can do to make your experience easier and more doable, we're happy to do that. We are very flexible right now. So moving on, open up Virtual Interactive Notebook number one, and let's go to the first page, which is day one, the crash. So at the top of your notes, write day one, the crash. And you can pause. Remember, you have a pause button, right? So I don't want to go do this and then wait for 30 seconds while you do it. I think it's way better if you just pause in between things and then start it up again. We're going to do that. Also, I don't know how to get rid of glare in my glasses. I mean, look at my computer. It's folded flat, so I don't have glare. This really is my garage. Those are electric mini bikes. That's pretty sweet. Anyway, we're going to move on. Okay, so you've written the title, Day One, The Crash. Your essential question, write that below, which is, what was Black Tuesday and how did it happen? Now, we have main ideas and subtopics. So if you're taking your notes in outline form, write the crash at the top and then put the subtopics equally spaced on the way down, and you can take your notes that way. If you're like Mr. Medlock and you do better with a mind map, put the crash in the middle, and then at the top, maybe write Hoover, and then speculation, and then Black Tuesday, and connect those with arrows. So either way works. All right, so moving on. You've started with this video, so you've managed to click on the video. Number two, use this video to fill in the notes about... Oh, gotcha. All right, sorry. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to tell you about Hoover and speculation. So under Hoover, I'm going to discuss this. I'm going to tell you what to write right after that. So Hoover was a Republican, and after the Civil War, and the radical Republicans had done their thing, and at least in theory, African-American people had rights, the Republican Party sort of shifted towards progressivism and business. There were sort of two wings of the party. There was the progressive wing and the business wing. So Theodore Roosevelt was on the progressive side. Well, Hoover was on the business side. And his views tended to be libertarian and individualist. So he thought that the government existed to make treaties and war, but otherwise should leave you alone. You were an individual, so government shouldn't take your money and start social programs. I don't even think that was a concept that existed in Hoover's mind. Government existed to wage war, write laws, and make treaties. So most people didn't pay income tax. You only paid income tax at this time if you made $3,000 a year or more. Al Capone got busted for income tax fraud in the 1930s because he didn't know he had to pay it because nobody paid it. Only rich people paid income tax. And that, even of itself, was a recent thing. That was more or less to pay for World War I. Now, Hoover did care for other people. So the fact that someone's a libertarian doesn't mean they don't care for other people. But he thought private organizations should care for other people. And in his early career, he had actually done things to relieve poverty and suffering among other people. But he didn't think that that was government's job. So for Hoover, I want you to write individualist, libertarian, government leaves us alone. All right? So individualist, libertarian, government leaves us alone. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, you're back. So speculation. In the 1920s, people were borrowing money from banks, and they were buying into get-rich-quick schemes. So they were buying stock on the stock exchange, and they were buying land, particularly in Florida. So what is a stock exchange? It's a place where people trade shares of ownership in a company. So if Coca-Cola is divided among 100,000 shares and I own 1,000 of them, then I own 1/100th of Coca-Cola. And I can sell my ownership on the stock exchange. And there are two ways that people make money. Well, that's not true. There's a lot of ways people make money on the stock exchange. But in theory, you can buy stock low and sell it high. So I buy Coca-Cola at $5 a share, and then everybody gets excited about Coke, and I sell it at $10 a share. Or I can just buy Coke, and when they make a profit, they send me checks. Those are called dividends. All right. Real estate is just land. It's just land that people own. So people were borrowing money from the banks in the 1920s, and they were buying stock and they were buying real estate. And because everybody thought that this was the way to make money, they bought more and more and more of it. And because everybody wanted to buy land and stock, the prices kept going up and up and up. Right? And this get rich quick thing is called speculation. So for your notes, under speculation, I want you to write get rich quick with borrowed money. Get rich quick with borrowed money. All right? Now we're going to move on to Black Tuesday. So for Black Tuesday, I want you to watch a video, and I've pasted the video link into today's lesson notes. All right? And I want you to answer in your notes. You're going to write this in your notes under the Black Tuesday link. I want you to answer these questions. When did Black Tuesday happen? I want to know the day and the date and the month and the year and all that stuff. Why did it happen? And I've kind of already answered that. It has to do with people selling off. And what is speculation? And I've answered that too. All right. So, but it's very important. I want you to write it twice. You write it twice, you're going to remember it more. So that's the plan. Okay. For your output, I want you to draw a picture which represents Black Tuesday and answers visually the 3 questions posed in item 2. Do your best. Then you're going to take a picture of your notes and a picture of your output, and you will paste them into the tables below. So right after that instruction page, we have 2 tables. On the left side, you see output, so your picture is going to be pasted there. And the right side, you see input, and your notes are going to be pasted there. Remember, don't cheat. Don't share them around. I will be checking. All right? So I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. And for now, I hope that you and your family are safe and healthy. And remember to drop me an email if you need any help. And that's why we're here. Bye-bye.